As you know, we recently renovated the entire bathroom in the apartment. My intention was to create a completely sealed bathroom to protect it from the cold and also to keep the heat in. For that, MC sent me the building boards, also known as construction panels. So in today's video, we're going to talk about them, their advantages, uses, and shapes. Let's get started. First of all, what is a construction panel? Well, it consists of a core of rigid extruded polystyrene foam reinforced on both sides with fiberglass and coated with a highly technological polymer mortar. They are very versatile panels that allow for application on floors, walls, and ceilings. Their resistance to moisture makes them perfect for areas with high humidity, such as bathrooms, gyms, or kitchens. That's why they are ideal for building custom elements, such as bathroom furniture, benches, bathtubs, sinks, or even kitchen countertops. Then it would just be a matter of placing our final finish right on top. They can be applied in many ways on different surfaces and come in various thicknesses and sizes to meet all kinds of needs. But let's take a closer look at the advantages it has. The advantages we find with these construction boards compared to other materials such as drywall. For example, they are 100% waterproof and vapor permeable. What does that mean? That water won't get through, but it will let vapor pass? Their installation is quick and easy. We can choose the thickness we want depending on our needs. We can find them from 4 mm to 50 mm, so depending on what we are going to build, we will need one thickness or another. Another great advantage is that they can be easily cut and bent with a simple cutter. They provide thermal insulation, have high resistance to mold, and are highly durable. They could also help us level surfaces or walls in a single go. And for that reason, it reduces work time by up to 50% compared to more traditional systems. If we had to apply mortar to the apartment wall until it was smooth, we would have needed many days of work. Apply one layer, let it dry, apply a second one, and then smooth it as many times as needed to get a completely smooth wall. This way, by installing the panels, we were able to do it in just one day. We just have to compare the steps we followed to smooth the kitchen walls with how long it took us with the bathroom walls. Another advantage is that we can install it directly over the old covering without having to remove debris. That is, we could place them over tiles or cement, for example. We just have to keep in mind that for each surface, we need to install them in a different way. For example, on tiles, we would have to glue it, and on a structure or cement, we would have to screw it in. We can use these panels to create partition walls, both straight and curved, or to raise floors and platforms. They are very lightweight and easy to handle. This is very important when handling them, since other types of materials are heavier and depending on who has to transport them, it can become complicated. This way, since they weigh little, we can transport them easily and without complications. And in addition, they can be placed on a wide variety of supports, such as metal and wooden frames, brick and concrete enclosures, or ceramic finishes. Another great advantage is that we already have some pre-designed shapes that will help us speed up the work. And these would be then shower trays, niches, or some panels to cover the suspended toilet. But first, let's focus on the shower trays we're installing in the apartment. I'm really excited for you to see it. By installing this shower tray, we managed to leave the tray flush with the floor. Personally, I love it when the showers have the same tiles as the rest of the bathroom, because it gives a lot of continuity and harmony, especially if the bathroom is small. I think we can create a greater sense of spaciousness. There are several options for making a walk-in shower, for example, with waterproof sheets. However, as I mentioned before, we have a version of these same construction panels which will allow us to create our walk-in shower in a simpler way and with fewer complications. These shower trays are ideal for achieving a more modern, spacious, and easier to clean bathroom. This is also very important. This shower tray is made up of a core of rigid extruded polystyrene foam, reinforced on both sides with fiberglass and coated with polymer mortar. Highly technological, and it also has a flexible waterproof membrane. The surface of the panel is fully compatible with adhesive mortars, which allows it to be covered directly without the need for any primer and without waiting times. And you might be wondering, how are we not going to put anything in to create the slope? And that's because these panels already have the necessary slope so that the water doesn't get stuck and flows toward the drain. Of course, the tiles or the mesh that we're going to put on top must follow the slope of the panel. So we need to make precise cuts so that it has this slope. Even so, we have complete freedom to choose the covering we like the most, and that provides the most safety, such as non-slip ceramic, natural stone, mesh in all kinds of formats, stones or hexagons. We can set it up exactly the way we like. The advantages of using this shower tray and not another one? Basically, we do a safe installation with no water leakage around the drain area. We also have a quick and easy installation resistant to mold. We can choose the size that best fits our bathroom and, if necessary, cut the panel to give it the exact dimensions. And also, we have several models to choose from. We have the L-shaped shower tray with the linear drain, also the C-shaped shower tray with the central circular drain, and the D, which would be the off-center circular one. And now we move on to the niches, which I personally love, and also, if we add a touch of indirect lighting, they look amazing. There are several ways to create niches, but for me, this is one of the most convenient. Why? Well, basically because they already come pre-made and we just have to make the opening and screw them into the structure. These niches, unlike the panels that are made of extruded polystyrene, are made of expanded polystyrene, a foamed plastic material derived from polystyrene. There are different sizes, so the structure we are going to install needs to be adjusted to the size of the niche we choose. Once we have screwed them in place, we can cover them with any type of finish we want, whether it's tile, micro-cement, mesh, or natural stone. In just a few minutes, we'll have a niche created to place our bathroom accessories. And since they're easy to work with, we can also make a small hole and add indirect lighting. As I was saying, to give a more elegant touch to our bathroom, kitchen, or wherever we decide to place it. Regarding the wall-hung toilet kit, these panels would be the same as the construction panels with a thickness of 20 millimeters. But the panel already comes with all the necessary holes for the passage of the toilet pipes, which makes its installation light, waterproof, and easy. The advantages of the system are its reduced assembly time, which is between 20 or 30 minutes. The front panel has two concrete reinforcements to prevent the formation of cracks in the back covering. And the cut can be made with a utility knife very easily, just like we did earlier with the panels. And this would be the option I used to do the thermal insulation in my bathroom. Soon you will see the progress on the Decora Tu Mismo channel. How do the panels look and how do we give them the final finish, which is tiles and micro-cement? You can't miss it. I hope this video has been useful. See you soon on the channel.